is. Green light, green kush, smoking like my tires is. Green light, green kush, smoking like my tires is. Green light, green kush, smoking like my tires is. Green light, green kush, smoking like my tires is. Pull up on the Uber, gas in our floor, we're taking it through ya. Wings over sour intruders, nothing but power, you know I'm a mover. Know that I'm acting a fool, huh? Lava rocks been flooding the booth. I'm tracing my art, trying to copy maneuvers. B.I.G. big when you do it with super. And I stay choking you up. Green light, green kush, stroking you up. Don't know what's holding you up. What you say? Cause really, you ain't what you say. How I spent the week, paid 3-4 days. This is my life, you was just a face. All you haters, best adjust your face. Pick up the party when I bust that phrase. Double that limit when I'm up in the place. Smoking like my tires and I leave that way. Don't know the price and I spend that way. Don't know the time, yeah, I've been that way. Yeah, I've been that way. Getting in, same way, getting in all day, always, all night, always. Double that limit. is. It's aloha to this new life. She drop it down low, super rockin' damn low. Lava rockin' rap flows, flamethrower to your lab. So when you see me winning, what you looking sad for? Just know I'm out here rhyming and grinding with all I have though. Had me in again, you wouldn't last a half. You gon' make me laugh, yo. It's over. I'm on overflow, overflow, overflow. I got that overflow, over and over. Got that overflow, I own the flow, overkill. It's overkill, overreal. It's oversoul, it's overflow, overflow, overflow. Got that overflow, over and over. Got that overflow, I own the flow, overkill. It's overkill, overreal. It's oversoul, it's overflow, overreal. I'm so for real, go and get the mansion overbill. It's overkill, giant MC, yeah, I'm known for skills. Power moving and I'm never still. Buzzing like a drill, she wanna party, I give her thrills. I don't pop no pills, my nostrils still pop filled. Like I'm in a hot field, I'm working and cannot chill. And what's next? Power moves, we sign the X. How would choose your expressions? They say everything, everything but gratitude. I'm spreading love throughout, that's my attitude. Seize my opportunity, even with you trying to grab it too. Overload with this passion, just doing what I have to do. Overload your track list with these hard bits, keep crashing through. Smashing too, mashing too, catching so much and ashing too. Blasting tunes, double that limit, how fast I flow when I'm passing you. Do you overflow? Do you overflow? I'm asking you, it's to the max when you roll with me. When you roll with me, and that's true. Overflow, overflow. I got that overflow, over and over. Got that overflow, I own the flow, overkill. It's overkill, overreal. It's oversoul, it's overflow, overflow, overflow. Got that overflow, over and over. Got that overflow, I own the flow, overkill. It's overkill, overreal. It's oversoul, it's overflow, overflow. I can never stay, I'm always pulled this way or that way. But I guess it's that way. When you spend your week getting paid 3-4 days. When I say always all night, I mean always. Not rider, hello, let's ride. Westside, I just hit my stride. But that's how I'm blessing my mind. Success I'm destined to find. No rest or stressing, I'm fine. Cardiac rest in this rhyme. No need to mention decline. A star, my stars is the line. Upbeats, my boss is the line. Cuppies, your kid, man, I started this vibe. Bringing in the box is that way. Living in the box is that way. We can't lose it that way. Fuck what you say, do my way. Don't hit my phone cause it's that way. Want to get the money, yeah, that way. Want to get your flight, nigga, that way. That way, 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 that way. Mix it, put it in the pot like gumbo. So we get always on the drum roll. Always on night, game, about to some folk. I'm hitting something every day when I unload. Plant my seeds, watch my trees unfold. Running 100-fold, more than some blow. Do it all again, until the sun low. Again and again, the bullshit I'm numb so. It's enough cold kick, conceptualize. Here's back my music, weaponized. Wise raps on my tracks, specialized. Record-wise, you should recognize. Ain't nobody listening.
All right, and just like that, we are live. I am Bolts Bolton with RotoWild Fantasy Sports here with the Jungle live. ready to discuss today's NBA slate. We got a big slate ahead of us. All right, so we better get into it. A little bit about RotoWild Fantasy Sports, rotowild.com. Members only. It is a members only forum and community that we are building. You sign up for the membership. All right, we are giving away a few memberships this month. I will get to that tomorrow. So be sure to tune in tomorrow. We are a daily discussion podcast live chat where we discuss the FanDuel slate. Today we are discussing the FanDuel slate. I am Bolton for the NBA FanDuel slate. I have 19,000 wins, 24,000 in prizes on FanDuel. Last night you saw my badge there for a long time in the top 10 lurking. The Chris Paul injury did not help things, right? Okay, but let's cut to the chase and let's get into tonight's slate. As you see, first thing I usually like to do is I like to go big game hunting. So let's go big game hunting and let's choose the best game of tonight's slate. I only chose a few out of the main. To me, this was the best choice out of the main. Clearly, this $5 slate beat 3,333 people, and you're gonna win it's for this 14,000 in prizes. Anywhere in the top 10, you're gonna get yourself $100. Okay. And that's what we're looking for with our $5 entry, is anywhere in the top 10 to get that $100. Okay, so this main slate, it is a doozy. When we take a look to edit it, a lot going on here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 game slate. Got them here on our spreadsheet, and everything is looking really good on the spreadsheet today. So let's get started here on the spreadsheet. We do have our live chat open, so go ahead and join us on the live chat, folks. We would love to hear from anybody and hear what you have to say. Of course, I will discuss anyone that brings up anything in the chat. Okay, it looks like we do have 2 viewers. You viewers want to say hi? I would love that. We are streaming on 5 different platforms. That includes YouTube, Periscope TV, and a few other things. All right, so everything is looking great as far as the slate goes. I just got word here, alert, Danny Green is out. Danny Green is out. Looks like we have some other people joining us here on Periscope TV. So go ahead and join us in the chat, guys. Everyone, just say hello. We can get started here. As soon as we have a few members that are willing to discuss today's fantasy slate with us. Let's go ahead and close this one. Close this one. I'm going to click here on this. Okay. Got a lot open here. All right, who is the best play on today's slate? Who do we got? Go ahead and join us here on the slate. As you can see, the chat is working. The chat is live. So, chat is live. Okay. Everything's looking great there. So here we go. Here's my spreadsheet. We're going to go ahead and take a good look at what we got going on the spreadsheet. Let's just move this out of the way for you guys. And we'll move this text box over here to this side. All right, so looking at today's slate, we got Detroit and Charlotte. Not a great total for me. Not a great total here in the next 629, 661, 655, 592. You see the big total is this late night game. And this game is a huge total, right? 740. Now the next closest total, I think we're going to be looking at this game, right? 655. This is a 3-game total based on the historical data that the last 3 times these teams have played. All right. We also have some data from FanDuel Scout. That's here in these sections. These sections here, they show the spread, for example, -4 for Charlotte. They're 67% likely to win, over-under at 219. So we do got one large over-under in the early session here at 233, and that is going to be this game, right? So this game has the total at 629, right? But it does have this high total, 233 here. We got another one, 223 here, right? So maybe we should just put a little star here on this one. We'll place a little asterisk, and we'll place a little asterisk on this guy, all right? Because we know that these both have pretty good totals here on this side. We got San Antonio with a pretty large total on this side as well. So when you're looking at these games, one thing that I like to do is compare these totals from when they've played in the past. And how similar is that to the total that they're providing us today? All right, so you see there you got that 215, 216, 212, right? So it's pretty close. Detroit and Charlotte, but that's not the game I'm really focused on. Let's get back to these games I'm focused on. You have the 233, 231. I just want to show you guys a little bit of what I'm doing. And here, okay, we've got the 231 here and the 233 here. Similar totals, even though this one has this huge 3-game total, right? So because they have similar totals, 233 and 231, I definitely think that this game is going to be a big game for us today in terms of fantasy, fantasy points. All right. So again, we have the chat live. Everyone can join in. Let us know what you think. What games we should be focused on. I'm not going to be on here long because we have to create lineups before 4, right? So I will do this as quick as I can and get you guys a lineup that you can play today. So here, like I said, this is the early game that I like to focus on now. I see this 629 total. We're going to go and we'll drag these ones here. All right, they got this game at 233. Only one of the 3 times has this game got to 233. So it looks like this: 124, 108, New York. I do have New York winning. New York is most likely going to win this game at 66% on FanDuel Scout, but 51% at home, 48% overall. They do win these games. Atlanta's not very good, and their 3-game total looks a little bit better than Atlanta. So I do like the Knicks players, and I like their implied total to be somewhere near this 124, and I like them to be early. Okay, so in terms of players that we're looking at in the early session there, I would be looking at some Knicks guys. Okay, next thing, 629. Now that wasn't the highest total. We had this 655 here, 643, 642. A lot of these are similar other than these ones that are low. Now, I do like players that go early. You got a 335 here, 338, and we said we love the Knicks, right? 337. Look at these 2 teams' totals, 661. So that one's much higher than the other games, right? Indy, Brooklyn, 661, 132 to 112. And where do they got this today? At 209. So at 209, then went to 244. So it's going to look similar to this one, 108, 103. So not as enticing maybe as the 124 from New York. And they may not get to this 132, 112 kind of thing that helped them with the totals last time. So actually, you may not be wanting to look at that game as closely as I thought, right? And then you got the 661, 655 with a 337, 337, 338, right? 327, 338, 337, 315, 337. So it's 337 from Minnesota. They've never been under 100 points against San Antonio. Minnesota, they got this at 220. So 220 could look like this, or it could look like this. Not the greatest of implied totals there. 220 could look something like this. 128, 217. In which case, you're going to want some Minnesota guys. So I'm kind of on New York, Minnesota, and definitely this last game. You're going to want a lot of exposure to the last game. So, how's it going, viewers? Go ahead and say hi on the chat. I am Bolts Bolt, and I'm going to take you through the slate. Right now, we're going to get started on designing this lineup. 45 minutes till this goes off. All right, as you can see. All right, so starting early, I like this match. And I like the New York guys. The Charlotte numbers here are nice too, right? 335, 337. See, and they're pretty well balanced. I think maybe the Charlotte players are pretty valuable too. They have Toronto winning this 88%. That's against Cleveland. Charlotte's going to win 67-53. Where's our big favorite here in all-time games? San Antonio wins 84% of the games against Minnesota. So that's a little scary for the Minnesota players. You know, that San Antonio score, I think, is going to be 112, 117. It's going to be one of these bigger ones. So keep an eye out for that. 84, 72, 73. 84, 72, 73. Sacramento wins 72% of the games. Sacramento wins 72% of these games. What do these games total out to? Look at these two low totals here. 189, 187. Yikes. That is really low, guys. Similarly over here in this one. And then you got these massive totals. Look at those. Pretty, ooh. There's some big totals there in that one. Nothing like that final game though. 232.08. Yeah, that final game is just really just popping off, isn't it? It just really is. These other ones aren't even close. They just really aren't even close. All right. Well, we know we got to start back here. Whoa, they both have illness according to FanDuel. Yeah, you can't listen to FanDuel. They're so full of it. These guys are going to play each other. I've been probably looking forward to playing each other for a long time. I'm not even sure you want both of them, though. Let's go back and look at this one more time. Look at these totals. 253, 256, 231. appears there's some points early, other than this game that comes late. Chat is still alive, guys. You guys can join in anytime. This is kind of weird with all the info about those players being out, huh? Let me take a look here and see what else is going on. So let's say these two are playing. I definitely want Anthony Davis. I definitely want Blake Griffin too. So you're gonna have to decide if you're gonna wait around or if you're gonna go early. Waiting around feels really sketchy to me, and with Drummond out, I still like Griffin's chances here. Hmm. You guys like De'Aaron Fox, Bledsoe, or Dunn? What do you guys think about that? Fox, Bledsoe, or Dunn tonight? Um, who's the most expensive? Fox, Dunn, Bledsoe. I really love the slate that Bledsoe's in. Fox is in the slate with the Lakers, which is a really interesting place for them to be. I really feel like they're trying to hide the Sacramento Kings players. They're just trying to hide them from us, you know, and perhaps even the Portland players, because they're putting them in this game, the Lakers, so that we can't just automatically plug these guys in every single day, right? Like Lillard, you just want to take them and plug them in every day, right? Or McCollum. So they're trying to make us question whether or not we should be doing that, because these guys are in tough matchups today, right? With lower totals. Still, I don't know if that stops their fantasy value. You know, I like the Portland guys more than I think everybody else, right? Really do like the Portland players. See, and that's why they're making this so tough here in this final slate. This final slate of games, it is really a tricky one, isn't it? And then you're looking at it. What do you guys think about that final slate of games? What they call the after hours slate tonight. That after hours slate lineup is going to be huge. Could be Rubio and Fox. These guys are both after hours. You'd have McCollum in there. You have Donovan Mitchell in there. You have both these two, Miller and Hill, against the Lakers. Anthony Davis, Kuzma, and Chandler. That's one player I know that I want is Marcus Smart. Just don't even think about it, guys. Just put him on the lineup. All right, just put him on there. You got Marcus Smart in there. I feel the same way about Fox, and I really do feel really strongly about Marc Gasol in this game. But he could be a big mistake, right? Gobert is in there. Tyson Chandler is in there. JaVale McGee is still out, and Tyson Chandler has the illness. They all have the illness, apparently. Yeah, the more I think about it, that late slate is looking scary, guys. It's looking really scary to me. I think I'd rather play some of this early cash. Some of these guys that you can only take at 4. Right? Like Rodney Hood, like a Blake Griffin. Mm. Look, Brooklyn's playing at home, so that means Joe Harris is amazing at home. Right, so now we're filling this up with some earlier guys, and I kind of like the feeling of that. And if we're going with a late group, we should go with this group, not the Laker game group, I don't think. Because they're just too unpredictable. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Play Rondo, and I don't know. So you got Rubio, Fox, Smart, Dunn, Bledsoe, or Fox. Dunn, Bledsoe, and Fox. See that 211 total? I'm telling you, that means you better play Fox. You better play him. And Utah, 213. You better play them, those Portland players too. Any thoughts on Gobert versus Portland? Anybody? No? Hmm. Okay, what about Julius Randle against his old team? Is that happening? Because if this takes place, he will have an epic night. Yusuf Nurkic. Hmm. Hmm. How's it looking so far, guys? It's looking pretty good, right? We got you guys on the chat. Here you go. Been working and working and working. Sorry about that. Here you go. So Van Fleet, Fox, Smart, McCollum, Rodney Hood, Joe Harris, Thaddeus, Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Hmm. How can we not like Kawhi Leonard, huh? Kawhi Leonard looks great there, guys. So I've been quiet for the last few minutes. I'm just trying to sort out this lineup for you guys. Running out of time. I feel like that last game is crucial, right? With Anthony Davis and LeBron. But whatever. I I don't know what to say. They're both on illness. I don't know if I want any part of it. I feel like the wisest thing to do is to get some Knicks and get off early with Blake Griffin and Kawhi Leonard instead of Davis and James. Okay? So this is what I recommend you do. No Davis, no James. Instead, go Leonard. See them. Is it Blake Griffin or could it be Kyrie Irving? Where's Kyrie Irving? Shouldn't we take both of these guys, Blake Griffin and Kyrie Irving? So let's take Blake Griffin, Kyrie Irving. How do I get to Kyrie Irving now? It's gonna be one or the other. Hmm. Who do you guys like, Blake Griffin or Kyrie Irving? I'm down here to some tough choices, guys. As you guys see me working away here on the lineup. Fox, Smart, McCollum, Hood, Harris, Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge. That was one option. We had another option where we had Leonard here. Hollis Jefferson here. I have 10,100 here. We are running out of time, guys. 9 minutes till this goes live. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so I think these guys are going to end up playing tonight. LeBron James and Anthony Davis. So why is Hood's price so bad? The price is so low. I feel like we gotta get Anthony Davis here. Now we're only 2,500 off. I'm kind of like Knox here. Mm. Well, struggling here, guys. Struggling to really get to what I want. I'd love to get Nurkic here if I could. Can't go Nurkic there. I have to get a little cheaper here. Put Hollis Jefferson back. And guys, if you see, we're getting really close to the start of this contest here. 700 off. Is he Dunn, Rose, or Bledsoe? I told you I really liked Fox out of all of these guys. If I can't afford him, I can't afford him. The computer's getting really choppy here. So now I'm 700 away. See if we can't put another shooting guard here. Looks like I'm gonna have to log off, guys. Go ahead and plug a shooting guard here for 4,700. We got Terrence Ross, Caldwell Pope, Danny Green, or Hart. Or you could go Alec Burks. Not an easy choice, actually. I believe last game he had a big game. Alright, guys, I gotta let you go. We'll see you next time.